Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Penguin Academy game analysis. So we are still in the Blood Bowl 3 2025 World Championships Group Stage Week 2. And this time up, we have TheSpydyr and his Norse versus Frikipe and his Old World Alliance. This is Group P. And in the first week, both of these players lost. Even though they should be, on paper, the two people going through. So that bodes badly for this group. Because one of the other people in this group is playing goblins. Hello, both. I'm not playing, I'm casting, so the dice are pretty good for me. So this kind of... oh, Jesus. What a really weirdly directed kickoff event. I was about to say, this kind of setup, even though it looks insane, isn't too bad against a blitz. Obviously, it's weak on this side, so maybe a B plus. Like, this side is strong enough against Old World Alliance. All of his dwarves are on this side, so you can't get around, but this side was weak. So if, the kickoff was there, you could easily go and get that with some humans. This is hilarious, though. Just the entire right side of his team. And he's going to end up based on the Ogre with his Berserker, which, like, you could just stop this, couldn't you? Like, you don't have to do that. You could have put the Berserker there first. Yeah, okay, now you'd have to move someone over to be an assist because of the kickoff event. But it would guarantee that the Berserker wasn't based on a block Mighty Blow Ogre. Casually blitzes with a loner. I guess he's going to wanted to move in and protect the Ulf. This is just 3 dice with Mighty Blow on his Mighty Blow, which is insane. What an incredible start. And this is 2 dice on him no matter what. Oh, wait a minute. Frikipe, surely that's the blitz, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the blitz, isn't it? Aren't you blitzing the Yeti with the Mighty Blow there? It seems crazy to not blitz the Yeti with the Mighty Blow, Frikipe. What are we thinking here? Why are we using the Mighty Blow as an assist? Oh, you have Juggernaut, not Mighty Blow. Not that it would have mattered, and then, of course, he goes stupid, and somehow the Mighty Blow survives. Wow. Well, okay. I hate that, and then... my phone is going absolutely crazy. What the hell? Okay. Well, that was just a turn of banging things. Right. Old World Alliance, you've got to just 3 dice him, haven't you? No, because you can Mighty Blow him anyway, because you can just put a guard in. So that's okay, because you can Mighty Blow him into the Ogre in case you get pushes. So that's the play. Yeah, just a turn of nonsense. So this guy can come down, he can block him. The problem is that he comes off as the assist. But you put the guard in here, this is the blitz. These guys just stand up to take a twat in, and him. This is the blitz. And then if you get the POW, you don't need to have the auger, so the auger can go in as an assist, and you can foul. Originally, no, I'm towards in like a couple of years ago when they were the best, it was swarming. That's all it was. That's all the difference make. Which is insane, isn't it? 1 to 3 snotlings extra on the pitch. But those extra players made a huge difference, even if they were shit players. Because, I mean, it was also when Sneaky Git was good. Or just be annoying, right? It meant that for the first 3 turns, even if you removed a snotling per turn, if they had 3 extra snotlings on the pitch, they were still on 11, and they got to hit you with Mighty Blow every turn and foul every turn, you probably weren't still on 11. So they were just ahead in the attrition game, even though they're a stunty team. And it's not like... God damn it. It's not like Underworld are rubbish now. But Swarming was probably like a 5% win rate at least. Okay, we get the power. Will we get the AV break? Not even slightly. Do you know what? I would very much consider fouling him over fouling the Yeti. Because now your DP is getting Yeti'd. When you could have left a dwarf on him. Because this is going to end up being red dice for the Berserker into... Oh, I was going to say into 1 dice, but he moved him there instead. That's into a 1 dice block, isn't it? It is, but it's a POW because it's Norse. And it didn't die. Another 1 dice. Into 1 dice. It's another POW because it's Norse. He's killed his own player with the final 1 dice skull. Amazing. I'm sorry, PC. That sucks. For those of you watching on YouTube, Purple Chest family shit outside his house and blamed the drains. Oh, well, oh my days, he's real bad. I would have re-rolled that. I absolutely 1,000,000% would have re-rolled that block. That is Okay, so firstly, these two somehow not being stunned is incredible. Secondly, that should have been a reroll. Thirdly, that was a really weird push. I would have absolutely pushed him off him. Norse surviving by Frikipe's inability to roll 7s or 8s. Or I believe on the foul, even a 6. Whereas the Norse, perfectly capable of doing that immediately. Hey, look, your mighty blow's getting hit. And hey, look, your DP's getting hit. Everyone's fine. Good job, everyone. Good job of being fine, everyone. Good job, Yeti. Also fine. Everyone's just fine again. This is going to end up with an early score. There's no way. Okay, that's fine. There's no way this is a good push, is it? Oh, and that's a very, very dead berserker finally. This is a lot of powers this turn. It's just two people rolling punch dice. It's funny. And one of them's losing badly, so that's going to be the score. Are we seriously rolling a 1 dice, blockless, to base the ball and then not re-rolling it? That seems crazy. If you were fine eating that and therefore didn't think it was that important to base the ball, why did you even try? Just put the guard on him and 2 dice him. Try and get another removal. You've almost guaranteed forcing the score here anyway. So if you're wondering why after rolling a dub skulls, I'm not, oh my god, he's using the big guy. It's because he's now the underdog, right? That's one of those like mid-game switches. You don't start the underdog here, really. I mean, Frikipe is better than Spider, but not by enough that, like... Wasn't that a Borth down Yeti on what? No, that's not a real dwarf. It's a Old World Alliance dwarf. So he's not enough of an underdog where he starts off having to take risks or anything. He's Norse and Spider, so he just bangs anyway. But in general, right now, he's the underdog, right? He just lost his Berserker and the tackle piece. He's taken 2 KOs, and there's only 2 bench. So he's basically capped at 11 with 2 KOs. So the odds are he's going to be on 10 for this short drive. And the Underworld aren't bad at short driving. You know, they've got the Halfling, they've got the Catcher. Then they're not bad at all at short driving, and Norse aren't great at getting in the way because, you know, they're armor 7. So at this point, he's the underdog, and he should know that, which means you take some risks, and taking some risks is blitzing with the Yeti. It's got block, it's not a crazy risk, it's just the dub skulls, and it's the most likely to do some damage on something important. Same here, right? And Samage hits the big 60. You hadn't answered, so I did this game, but yes, goblins. Goblins, goblins, goblins. Goblins all the way down. This is real risky to not score this turn. Real risky. Like, the ball's not even on block. I don't... How do you think this is a good idea? This seems absolutely wild. Three plus, 4 plus in Chunt's column as well. We're putting it, if we put in the guards. Oh, can't do it. Gonna do a rush with him. Oh no, Loner. No, wait, what? Wait, what? It's a 3 plus Loner. Why would you eat that? Why not to assist the ball with him? Because it was a double rush on a Loner. The dwarves on Old World Alliance have 3 plus Loner. So you don't really want to do any dice with them. But if you fail that, like 2 plus, you absolutely should Loner it. Like, it's crazy. What's he keeping 3 rerolls for? That's wild. New Old World Alliance have no Loner, yes. Huge buff. New Old World Alliance are good. This is crazy again. Another 3 plus to sack the ball. What? There we... No, what are you doing? What? What are you... I'm so confused. I am... How the hell does that guy not, like, cover the ball from this side? Does he think that ball... This is literally 2 twos, and then that's a 3 plus to 2 dice the ball in Chunt's row. Chunt's row, Chunt's column, Chunt's square, aka the idiot square. Oh my god, Frikipe's not even doing it. I'm so confused what's happening here. Have they got some kind of agreement? What the hell is going on? Why are they not playing properly? Why is he 1 dice in? Oh, well, he has just killed an Ulf. Not in this tournament, Plo. That could have been a 2-dice block, man. I think Snotlings could move up into tier 3. No secret weapon on the pump wagons is pretty big. They don't have low-cost linemen in tabletop anyway, so they've moved up even more in progression formats. But I still think that not having secret weapon on the pump wagons, so therefore you can take the pump wagons and not have to be star vehicles, which is the thing in tournaments that fucks you up the most, right? Because stars are banned or stars are restrictively expensive. Snotlings can now just take 4 strength 5 players and not need a star player, and can spend their inducement money or like whatever elsewhere. They can afford riotous rookies and bribes and things because they don't need stars with 4 strength 5 that are all going to stay on the pitch the entire time. I think you might be sleeping a bit on Snotlings there. The problem Nurgle have, Penef, is they're very fragile with regards to who can carry the ball. They didn't get a buff on the Rotters, so it's just you've got the 2 ball carriers who can pick up the ball, and that's it. So they'll still have to be tiered nicely, which they probably won't be, because... Yeah, but it doesn't matter, because it's not just the ball picking up. It's doing things like dodging away when they base the ball. It's the agility roll. You can't secure the dodge. They're also still slow, right? You don't want to be carrying the ball on a movement 5 player who can't dodge well. Ask dwarves. And he's movement 4. That's even worse. Movement is king shit in Blood Bowl. Best stat in the game to win a game. No. No one's taking break tackle on a bloater. Right, we have a short drive. Does Spider think that he scored on turn 8? I think Spider's a little confused. Nurgle also got a minor nerf that people don't talk about because foul appearance got nerfed. Don't like taking that loner block. Oh, so technically foul appearance got buffed in 2020 and it's just gone back to how it was before 2020, which is that it kicks in when there's someone actually blocking you, not when they declare a block, it's when they perform a block. With the new changes to language in the book, declaring an action and performing an action are more uniformly used in the book. And dump off and foul appearance, because of the language in 2020, procced on declaring the action, whereas now they proc on performing the action like it always was before that. So if you roll a 1 on foul appearance now, you'll be standing next to the player. You won't be standing wherever you were when you decided to blitz them. I agree, BBT. A bunch of the stuff in 2020 was probably accidental language, and they just left it. Yes. So if someone's blitzing a bloater, what the foul appearance check is when they're standing next to you trying to roll a block. It's not when they decide they're going to blitz you from 6 squares away. And especially the same thing with vampires. So if a vampire tries to hypnogaze a blitzer and rolls, like, he doesn't roll the foul appearance check until he's standing next to the blitzer. So the bloater, sorry. And as I said, the same with dump off. So, yes. Wraiths is the same. And dump off now means that, yes, there's an extra tackle zone on you when you dump off. I don't know what's happening here. Did they both think it's turn 8? Apparently not. Oh, that's a crazy place to put him. Okay. Not going to be that difficult to score here, but also not going to be that easy a score, right? He's done this wrong again. So I have to explain this again. In 2020 rules, which have been out for over 5 years now, you no longer close screen. You stand one back. You grid. The reason is that you can block the front player and on a POW knock him down, and then instead of having to dodge 3 times, you can just jump the body of the down player, which is a new rule in 2020, and make 1 dodge. So if you give the ball to this catcher, normally it would be 4-4-3 to run through the back screen. But if you knock someone down and you stand here and jump, that's 1-4 and then 1-3. So you're removing a 4+. If you stand behind like this, it's still 4-4-3. That is a huge percentage change to the scoring position. Huge. Literally doubles it. I mean, barring a reroll, in which case it just multiplies it by a percentage. Yes, I must apologize to the people on Reddit. What I just said was the correct advice, and I know you actually appreciate the good advice. So the good advice here is wear clown makeup, do a little dance, distract your opponent, paint everything red so it goes faster, and then have a pasty. They didn't change Jump Pirate. I mean, they did in 2020 by adding it to the book. That's just how Jump works. Okay, I don't really understand what we're doing. I think we're just throwing the fling over here, right? Bit weird to not stand in front of him. Well, that worked. I've used jump fairly often. I kind of did, yeah. So someone unironically replied, people are downvoting you for your attitude, not your advice. And, like, so people who hang out on Reddit think that other people give a shit about the voting system. Like, or give a shit about, what's it called? Karma. Like, it's insane that anyone would give a shit about that. So I correctly pointed out that doesn't affect me, because it doesn't affect me. Like, if someone asks for advice and I give them good advice and you downvote my good advice, that's hurting the person who asked. That's not hurting me, is it? I don't give a shit. Like, just, if you don't like me, then just write as a reply, this is the correct advice. This guy's a dick, but it's the correct advice. And then you get to tell the world your opinion of me, and they can all care loads, and the person who asked the question gets the right answer. Like, everyone wins. But instead, you downvote the correct answer because you don't like the person saying the answer, and the person who asked the question doesn't get to see it. And you think that's not idiotic. Okay, I don't really know what's got into Frikipe in this World Championships. Like, look at this setup, man. It's worse than Spiders. He should be going for the win here, though. Like, he really should be going for the win here. Wow. Okay, maybe less for the win. Maybe less for the win. What an absolutely insane bunch of dice he just rolled. Okay, rolled some pows. Don't know why his catcher is for. Another reroll. Holy shit. Another 1 in 9. 3 1 in 9s and an Augur stupid. That was one hell of a bad... Wow, and look what he rolled on the injury. A 1 in 9. Jesus, Frikipe. You might want to pretend you're French, mate. These dice suck. Okay, Spider did 1 in 9 on his blitz. That not terrible. He did argue the call, yeah. Keep his bribe. Super greedy, by the way, to argue the call when you have a bribe, but, you know. Oh, you caught that, did you, Penef? Oh, that's interesting. He went for a worse foul on a better player. Actually, it might not be that much of a worse foul because the Ulfs don't come with thick skull, whereas the regular Norse Raiders do. The Ulfs could come with thick skull, right? So the time you should greed roll it is if you're the underdog, right? Because it's a risk. You are adding more likelihood of being sent off. So in this case, like you could maybe make an argument for greeding a death roller because you know it makes a bigger difference to keep the bribe if you happen to roll the 6. But it also makes a bigger difference to lose the death roller because you've just added a second chance at rolling a 1. So at least that has a risk reward structure that makes some sense. I still, you know, wouldn't do it unless I'm playing for fun. But in this case, it's just his regular dirty player. He should, like, you should just bribe. Another reason is if you've got bribery and corruption. If you've got bribery and corruption, you should always argue. Or if you've got a second dirty player, you might as well argue because if you roll a 1 on that first one roll, you still have a dirty player to use the bribe that you kept with. That's another reason to maybe argue. But in general, in these cases, you should never argue. It's just straight wrong. It just adds a chance to lose your player. Because there's only 6 results on a dice. The first result, if it's a 1, is exactly the same as if you'd rolled a 1 on the bribe. You lose your fowler. Yeah, you keep the bribe, but you lose your fowler, so it doesn't really matter too much anyway. If you roll a 6, you keep both, but your turn ends, which also is sometimes bad. But if you roll a 2 to 5, i.e., like the majority of the results, you just have another go at rolling a 1. Because a 6 on a bribe doesn't make a difference. It's not another go at rolling a 6. It's just another go at rolling a 1. So don't argue if you have a bribe unless you are in one of the small categories or you are so behind that running taking risks is, you know, something that you need to do. Penguins. Penguins. One appropriately named raider. Hello, penguins. Thank you for the raid. If you roll a 1 when you argue, BBT, you don't get to use the bribe. You get sent off. That's the point. That's an everywhere thing. Weird that Frikipe's not pushing hard for the win here. I forgot about bias ref, PC. Yes, if you have a bias ref, you always argue anyway, because it's impossible to roll a 1. Doesn't prevent you using future bribes. No, it prevents you future arguing. Spider just running away and giving up the drive here. So I think Frikipe is going to push for the win by accident. Oh wow, I wasn't expecting that. Move him. Wait. Oh, no. What are you doing? Okay, so come on, Frikipe. So you move him so you can foul from in there. Like, your foul is still important. The dwarf wants to get hit. Why would you just take a hit on him if he wants to blitz? I mean, he's probably just going to blitz the Slayer, but why would you take a hit on him? Oh, I actually haven't read that, Pirate, whether or not foul appearance works on a foul. What do you mean, because that was the assist square? The dwarf hadn't moved, Chloe. He could just swap these two around. Hey, look, it's done exactly what I said. And now he's stunned and he can't foul again. Not that he was going to, because I think he's going to score this turn and play for the win. Frikipe lost in the first round, so they both need a win, really. So I think Frikipe is going to go for the win here. Can 3 dice this. And gets a Kaz. Beautiful time to get a Kaz when you're playing for the win. Reward for making it a 3 dice. Gods of Blood Bowl rewarding good play. What have we got here? 1, 2, 3. Ah! Stop moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 players. That is an amazing kick. Somewhere, TheSpydyr is spitting. With the pitch invasion helping him out, that kick has just reversed any help he's got from that pitch invasion. Crazy. Nah, all man's in it just allows him to, like, choose who to Yeti and who to Ulf. He hasn't got enough guard on this team. He's built this team very strangely for Old World Alliance. Straight in with the dubs, burning a reroll. Tasty. Gets a stun, though. That's 3 stuns. Not 3 dice in with the Yeti. That's weird. J-Leave. Oh, he's blitzing with the Yeti. Failed to pick up. Can't afford to re-roll it. Oh, he's got shoe hands. I'm stupid. 1 in 9 to the pickup on his own down there. Oh, man, if the fling was on, it'd be incredible, wouldn't it? Wait, Tour has got 7 guard as well? Oh, they have 5, do they? Okay. I just remember a lot of guard. Too late, Plow. Oh, that's greedy, isn't it? Well, I say it's greedy. Did he know? I wonder if he knew. It'd be interesting to watch the VOD to see if he remembered that that's not a real dwarf. And that was a knockdown. Yeah, it's like, because it looks like it's greedy because it gets an assist on a POW, right? And he gets to block with a 2 dice. But it might have also just been coincidence that it worked out that way and he didn't remember that they don't have block. Well, that didn't go well. He 1 in 9 again. Two rushes here, and we're in a lot of trouble. With burning that reroll there, he might not do the rushes. It's not like this is not a lot of trouble anyway. You have to blitz a wrestler, which wastes 3 movement, and then pick up the ball, and then where you go in, right? He's doing the rushes. Oh, burns his last reroll. I think it's fine to have not done the rushes there. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, I take it back. This was Frikipe's drive, which means that this is Spydyr's turn 15 and the next is Frikipe's turn 16. I take it back. No stun. No stun. Oh, wow, we're just standing there with the ball. I do sometimes say a rat there, just for Jimothy. Alright, it's going to come down to the scatter. Or getting a POW, obviously, it doesn't have block. Why wouldn't you follow there? Oh, hang on. Do you know what? Following is wrong. I think following might be wrong there. Because the problem with following there is if it does land on you, it could bounce through you and land on your catcher, who has a big chance of catching it because he's a catcher. So if you don't follow, you just get the 89% pickup, assuming it doesn't go in the crowd. If you do follow, you do get the 1 in 8 chance of a scatter catch. But if that fucks up, you get the 1 in 8 chance of landing on the catcher who's activated and you can't score. So... Oh, have they done that in Blood Bowl 3? Yeah, most people don't have those things set as optional. Let's be honest. Yeah, 1D wrestle is a possibility, but it's not great, is it? With no rerolls, it's only a 50% or 55%. You might as well take the 55, I think. Because you do still have a chance at scoring, sort of, if it goes in the crowd. I don't know, Jim. That's what I was saying. I don't know. Like, it's 89% to pick up, isn't it? Hello. Oh. I am interested in playing in the Morg Cup, Christopher. Sadly, I'm not that interested because I don't trust Blood Bowl 3. But maybe in the middle is a break. There we go. That moves Frikipe on with 3 points and TheSpydyr on with back-to-back losses, so 0 points. So the other game we're about to watch in this group is the 2 winners from week 1. If they draw, TheSpydyr's out. Because it means that they have 4 points each and there's no possibility of beating them for someone on 0. So if they draw, TheSpydyr's out. If one of them wins, he still has a slight chance. And we will see you in that game next.